Right, in this video, I'm going to talk you through adding a form to the site that is geared towards petitions. So the difference here would be that you can have a sort of running total. So you could be aiming for a certain amount of signatures, and you can set that amount, and we can see how close to that goal you are if you want to. That's optional, but I'll show you. So all forms are added in the form builder section. So the first thing you want to do is go to form templates. And then if you click on custom, it was this petition template here. So we say use template, and then it will create a copy of this petition template. So I'll just go to the settings and rename it as Dan's test petition. Save that. So then I'll go back and talk you through what we've got. So these are the form fields. So these ones in red here are, you don't need to touch them or do anything with them. These are doing all the stuff related to this here, name, email, and postcode within MailChimp that James set up. We've also got this other invisible count thing here, which is labeled counter. This is where we're pulling the sort of running total of signups or signatures from. So again, you don't need to worry about that. So at the top, we've got two fields here that aren't visible on the front end, but you may want to set. So the first one is target number. This would be the amount of signatures you're aiming for. So it's set to 1500 at the moment. If you didn't want there to be a target, you can set that to 0. And by setting it to 0, I should say, in the field options, in the advanced settings, it's the default value here. So it was set to 1500. You could change that default value to 0 if you don't want to set a target, or whatever you want the target to be. So let's keep it at 1500. Here we've got another field that is hidden on the front end, which works the same way. You can change the default value. It's currently set to 0. This is additional signatures. So no one signed up for this petition yet. So actually the signature count is 0. If you already had 50 signatures and you just wanted to add them to the total, or somebody signed up on a different petition or something, you need to add whatever amount, this gets added to the running total basically. So I'm going to put in 250 there just so that we can see what that would look like. And then there's nothing else you need to worry about here. You could add more fields in between here if you wanted to. You can add anything you want. The only other thing not to touch is this thing called petition counter. This is the thing that's actually going to display the counter at the bottom, but it doesn't need to change at all. You could rename that button if you wanted, etc. So let me update this. And then I'll go to this testing page that I've got here, reload it just because I've let's get rid of that. Right, so if I was to add a new form block here, which you're probably familiar with, so I'll call this petition. So it's just chucked in a random form here. So we've got this new field here, which is select form, which is pulling in all the forms from the form area that you were just in. So there's Dan's test petition. I'll add that in there. There's still a bit of tweaking to do in the way that this is displaying in the back end. But if I was to save that draft, I won't save it properly because I'll preview that on the front end. There you'll see. So this is your petition as it stands at the moment. It's pretty basic, but it's got this total of 250, which is being pulled from this additional signatures here. If there were another 50 people who'd used this form, then that total would be 250 plus the 50, 300. I mean, again, you can change this number. So let me just show you. Let's say we'd completed it. I'll refresh that. So now we hit our target, 1500 signatures, thank you. So we've got kind of just allows you to visualize where people are at. And equally, if I was to put that target at 0 there and refresh that, then we don't have a totalizer then. The other thing is, if that was set to whatever your target is, and this was set to 0, so we're not adding any additional signatures and nobody's actually signed the petition yet, still we'll see this target here, but we won't see that totalizer because it will look weird just having an empty totalizer. So that's petitions. Yeah.